Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special edition. Today, we are going to preview our SRE Summit. SRE Summit, we are bringing for the first time in Canada, Ottawa. It's an online one-day summit filled with insightful knowledge from SREs of the world. Why we bring the SRE Summit this year to Ottawa is for specific reasons. Site reliability engineering, or SRE, is a concept introduced by Google around 2004. Since then, it has been adopted by many leading organizations. In its pure form, SRE is what you get when you treat operations as if it was a software problem. Industry-leading reports point out the strategic value of SRE, which what it offers to the software-centric community. And if you have read this SRE report for 2024, the key takeaways from the 6th edition of this SRE report reflects the importance of SRE's foundational role, specifically operationalizing cloud-native distributed software system at scale. With the next wave of more complex integrations and conversions of software into more disruptive fields like material sciences or pharmaceuticals, health science, security forces, and space technology, it is evident that we cannot overlook the operational performance indicators and software assurance. Evolving SRE practice side by side, creating innovative assets for SRE, and finding new ways to operate software-centric ecosystem in a reliable way is a priority for the leaders in the software space. Furthermore, we see that significant transformation is happening how we develop software. So when SREs will have to deal with machine-written AI-generated code, it poses security and compliance challenge at a different scale. We also see exponential rise of open source and requiring SREs to rethink open to new ways of collaboration to meet the reliability challenge. Recovery from operational incidents or even updates or corrections require new knowledge, new partner, new ways to operationalize reliability. Moving to the next immediate challenge is the deployment of software applications to the new cloud reality or cloud posture, which is hybrid, multi-cloud, even on-premise. The deployment models, these very deployment models create a fresh set of challenges and introduce new forms of risk to deal with on runtime. Some of the areas of resilience that can be affected are like failover strategy, performance tuning, disaster recovery, and rollbacks. SRE practices like observability play a crucial role in the evolution of the SREs. Now, as we have discussed at a high level, the key triggers why SRE practices will evolve above and beyond the status quo. During the summit, we will explore how SRE prepare themselves to respond to the next generation user experience and using customer demand with new suites of application capabilities and assets. We'll explore the SRE-driven software operations at scale and associate key strengths to the evolution of these practices. So, without uncovering too much detail about the day, I would like to present to you what you can expect on SRE Summit. So we will start with the day with the 10 things we learned from running a production infrastructure at Google from our own Jennifer Petoff. We will also have a talk on achieving DORA outcomes via reliability engineering in our platform, which is given by Steve McGee from Google. Moving on, we will have a session from Savinder Puri, who has spent a decade in DevOps world. He will talk about reshaping operations in the AI world. We have Safir, who will be talking about distributed tracing with open telemetry, unraveling the microservice complexity. Jay Shah, who is actively working in the consulting space in Canada, would talk about unlocking the power of AI in SRE. Moving on, we have Neha from LinkedIn. She will talk about this DevOps in the age of distributed systems, observability, logs, matrices, and tracing. And moving on to after lunch or post-lunch sessions, I will talk about SRE in the age of AI and take a deep dive into the practical challenges, which I have spoken about, open source, all the coding buddy, coding assistant, and the software development practices which are transforming and what kind of challenges it is bringing to the SRE world. I'll also talk about new service assets or SRE assets which will come to life with those challenges and the next steps. And last session of the day would be building reliable, scalable application in the cloud with hybrid multi cloud infrastructure patterns and its challenges by Gopinath Balakrishnan. Closing off the day, we will conduct an SRE workshop. So if you haven't registered, you can look at the agenda and see if that excites you to join us for the SRE workshop. With that, we will close off the day, and we hope that you will be able to join us in the SRE Summit, which happens June 27th this year in Ottawa. It's an online summit with a face-to-face workshop for SRE. So thank you very much for your attention today, but we are hoping that you will join us. Thank you.